Hi, welcome back. So what kind of week have you had? Well, we're now approaching the halfway mark, which is brilliant. And hopefully at this stage now it's starting to resonate with you and you're starting to notice the benefits. In particular with the daily routine for peak performances and really fine-tuning your circadian rhythms, the time you're getting up, and really fine-tuning your ultradian rhythms, the 90-minute chunks over the course of your day. And again, at the end of the day, decompress, refocus on what you want to achieve over the course of the evening, whether that be leisure or family activities. And it's very important to include things like activities that's going to give you achievement, a sense of achievement and a sense of pleasure, to get the dopamines and the endorphins going in the evening. And then around 9 o'clock at night then, to set yourself up for a good night's sleep, bring the lights down low again and resetting to let the melatonin come into your body, to allow your body to relax and your nervous system to relax and go to work for you, that your cells recover over the course of the night. Okay, so again, it's just getting into the routine, fine-tuning it. Next week we're going to be talking about the daily improvement log, which will help us to track and monitor and fine-tune even further, and you'll start to notice further progression and further improvements in terms of productivity and creativity and so forth. Okay, so again, recapping on last week's dealing with challenges effectively. So how's that been going for you? So again, just to recap, being aware that you're at a turning point is the first game changer. Okay, you certainly don't want to go down the incoherence route. You want to go down the coherence route, where you have a whole body intelligence, whole body energetic efficiency, and you are dealing with the challenge from a mindset that's calm, collect, and in a state of readiness and alertness. Okay, you certainly don't want to be going down the road of overthinking, overreacting, getting overwhelmed, getting stressed, flooding your body with cortisol, getting into that degraded mode of performance, intelligence and creativity. It's certainly not the place to try and solve any challenge or come up with the best solution for any challenge. Okay, and even if you do go down the incoherence route and your body floods with cortisol, remember the coherence technique will get you back to that turning point so you can head down the path of coherence. Okay, because the other thing as well, when you're in the incoherence route and you're in your headspace, what will happen is you are filtering everything from your past experiences, your subconscious. Okay, so you're filtering, you're commenting, latching, labeling, striving, and there's a lot of interference, there's a lot of unnecessary interferences and distractions, and you tend to lose the focus on the process itself of coming up with the best solution. Apart from the fact that you're in this degraded mode of performance and intelligence, you certainly are not in the right frame of mind to come up with the best solutions. Okay, so it's about getting out of the limitations of your conscious mind, this prefrontal cortex, and getting a whole body intelligence going and staying focused on the solution to the challenge, not the challenge itself. Okay, because the challenge itself can be the distraction, so you need to look up beyond that. And it's like a golfer, if he's playing a hole and he's got a bunker up ahead, and the last time he played this hole he landed in the bunker, if he goes into his headspace, he's going to be distracted by the bunker itself. He's going to be so focused on the bunker and the last time he ended up in the bunker and the 2 and 3 shots it took to get out effectively. Where if he looks beyond the bunker and he plays for the flag rather than playing for the bunker, he's far more likely to play a good shot and get closer to the flag, because he's focusing on the solution. He's not focusing on the challenge. Okay, you got to be mindful of the challenge, certainly, but then you got to switch your focus to the solution. Okay, so moving on then to this week's topic, which is getting Masterclass in your sights. Now, before we go any further, I need to roll back a little bit, and I'll just ask you to read this quote from Morning Dove from the Native American tradition. So the question is, do you know what your purpose is? Your mission? If you're interested in finding out what your purpose is, your current purpose, there's a tried and tested simple technique that can be used. And your purpose is this: it is something you show potential at, something you have a passion for, and something that gives you an opportunity to add value to you and others. Something that the world needs. Okay? So it's something that you show potential at, something you have a passion for, and something that gives you an opportunity to add value to you and others, something the world needs. Now in Japan, in Okinawa, there's a village known as the Village of Longevity, and they have a thing called IKIGAI. And IKIGAI is where they know what their purpose is in life. They know the reasons why they get up in the morning. As soon as they put their feet on the floor, getting out of bed, they know exactly what their purpose is. And they tend to find out what their purpose is early on in life. And this, according to research, has been attributed to their longevity. Okay? It's known exactly what your current purpose is, or your purpose is for the rest of your life. It varies with different people. Okay? So if you want to think about those 3 steps, or with Ikigai, they take it to a fourth step. They also say it is something you can earn a living at. That's a real win-win situation if that happens. But there is a caveat with that, because sometimes if you turn your passion into your livelihood, what can happen is the business side or the administration side can tend to distract you and can tend to kill your passion for it, and also affect your performance, okay, and affect your growth. So I wouldn't always tend to agree with it being something that you earn a living at, okay? But if you do and it works and you continue to develop, brilliant, okay? So whether it's your current purpose, or maybe you're not interested in that, or maybe it might dawn on you later on, or maybe you know what it is already, or maybe it's in relation to your profession or a particular sport or something you're interested in, maybe music or art. The question is, why wouldn't you want to be world class at this thing, at your thing? And why would you want to stop there and sell yourself and the world short by not wanting to get Masterclass in your sights? Just stay with me for a second. So let's jump forward again to lying in your deathbed, hopefully at a ripe old age. What would you rather be saying to yourself? Now this is the turning point again, right here in this moment. Would you rather be saying to yourself, I lived a life of mediocrity, I got by, with a string of regrets, I should have, would have, could have, okay? Or would you rather go down the other path where you're saying, I lived my full expression, my full potential, I played at my best, especially when it counted, or I achieved masterclass, or at least world class at my thing, okay? Or maybe several things, okay? Here's a fantastic quote from George Bernard Shaw that sums it up nicely. So there has been a lot of studies on mastery and masterclass. People like Anders Ericsson and the 10,000 hours to achieve mastery, and people like Robert Greene have done some fantastic research. So I've devised a 10-step system, simple system, based on the conclusions of some of the best research and conclusions I could find. Okay. Now it's 10 simple steps, but at the end of the day, it's going to take a lot of time, dedication, and patience. But it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. Okay. And it's not all about the destination either, it's about the journey. You can enjoy this journey as well as the destination. And if you break your goals into small manageable chunks and small manageable sub-goals, you can enjoy several destinations, okay? It becomes a lot more interesting. You get the dopamine going on a regular basis, and the endorphins and serotonins and so forth. So getting back to the 10 steps. The first thing is, find yourself a suitable worthy mentor or mentors. Someone who believes in what you're trying to achieve and who can pick you up when you can't pick yourself up, okay? Somebody who's also a good sounding board, who's a good listener. Secondly, establish a number of suitable masterclass role models, people to aspire to and surpass, okay? And it's about researching their habits, their core values, what's worked for them, what didn't work for them, okay? 3, create a roadmap to masterclass, your master plan, based on the findings of your research on your role models and also things that has worked for you in the past and getting rid of things that didn't work for you, okay? And remember, it's about what resonates with your intuition. Okay, when you're in this whole body coherence, things are going to resonate with you a lot quicker. Okay. 4 is monitor your progress against this roadmap and your target baselines. Okay. And don't be afraid to fine tune it and go back to a position of where it did work before. If it's not working any longer, strip it back to a position where it did work and then move forward again with your new plan. Okay. And it's important to only increase your efforts in small increments so you don't get overwhelmed, and also you have to keep increasing it, otherwise you'll get underwhelmed and you'll get bored and you won't be progressing, basically. And also applying that go slow to go fast philosophy. I love that. And remember, timely recovery and refueling patterns is every bit as important. 5 is regularly visualize performing at the level of your role models. Okay, there's so much video footage out there on YouTube. Hopefully your role models are in an era that there is footage available, but by even watching them and visualizing their best attributes and characteristics, you can commit them to muscle memory, you can commit them to the subconscious mind. Remember neuroplasticity. 6 is speak about your endeavor openly and positively. Okay, this will get it into your psyche, into your subconscious, and it will also increase your chances of making the right connections with people and open the right doors at the right time. 7 is dig deep and find your true grit, true determination when you require it. And recommit when you feel like giving up. When you're up against those brick walls, remember to stop, reset, refocus, and move forward again. Okay? Sometimes a simple shift in perception, like with dealing with challenges effectively, is the game changer. As we said earlier, a simple shift from why we can't to how we can. And simple inspirational triggers as well, maybe quotes from your role models, quotes that resonate with you, maybe some previous performances or previous achievements on your own side. And remember, we're standing on the shoulders of giants. And be mindful that these giants also stood on the shoulders of giants. This is an evolutionary process. Nobody is born into amazing skills. Okay, it's developed. People show potential, and they basically develop that. It's repetition, it's repetition, it's repetition. It's learning from the best. Okay? Anyone who's achieved anything of notoriety has learned from the best, has stood on the shoulders of giants. 8. Go the extra mile. Because so many people give up when they're so close to achieving their goal or sub-goals. But it's having that grit and determination to see beyond the challenges, and when you're burned out and tired, is see beyond that and try and inspire yourself to go that extra mile. Okay? See beyond the boundaries. And very often it's the limitations of the conscious mind. Sometimes you just need to reset yourself and refocus to give yourself the impetus to move forward and achieve your goal and get over if you're stuck in any way, shape or form. 9 is reset, refocus and refuel. Regularly get coherent, visualize the end result or the results of your sub-goals, and then detach. Okay? This allows you very often to see beyond the obstacles and intuitively determine the best next steps to follow. And again, you can feed that back into your roadmap or your master plan. And 10, some of the most successful people use incantations to great effect. So they really embed their undertaking in their subconscious. And to give you an example of this, it's a very, very simple one. I tried and tested one I use myself as well. Whatever your thing is, whatever your purpose is, or even your profession or something, maybe it's art, music or sports, say to yourself, I am a world-class boxer, I am a world-class solicitor, I am a world-class guitarist, whatever it may be. But you keep repeating this to yourself, okay? And you build a certain energy with this, and it gets committed to your subconscious. Now, it sounds a little bit woo-woo, but it's very, very effective. A lot of athletes will use it before they step into the arena or step into the ring. A lot of musicians and performers will use it to get themselves into the mindset to be world-class, to be 10 out of 10 when they require to be 10 out of 10. So it's, I am a world-class, wherever that is. I am on the road to Masterclass. I am a world-class. I am on the road to Masterclass. Now, I would say that to myself in the mornings and over the course of the day when I need that little bit of inspiration and that refocus. It's very, very important. Okay? So that's the 10 steps. As I say, they're very simple 10 steps, but you need to commit and be determined and be patient. Okay? So that's it for this week. So the exercise is formulate your master plan or your roadmap to Masterclass. Okay? What worked for you in the past, what didn't work for you, get rid of that, and start researching your role models, what worked for them, what didn't work for them, and start to add some of those ingredients into your master plan, your roadmap. And next week, it will be heavily featured in the daily improvement log. So again, keep fine-tuning your daily routine for peak performances, and use dealing with challenges effectively at any opportunity, and get your master plan in shape for next week's daily improvement log. And then we're really going to start fine-tuning from weeks 5 to 8. We're really going to fine-tune every aspect, okay? And it'll all come together in a simple spreadsheet, okay? So have a great week. Take care.